people, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss reverse linked list, another lead code problem and also an easy one. So basically a linked list is given to us. It's a singly linked list and we need to reverse the list and return the list. So in this list, if you see that after 5, we have to consider null, that is end of the linked list. And in the output, what we are supposed to get is the reversed list. That is whatever we had at the end, that will be the first node or the head node, and then it's followed by the rest of the things which were in the linked list. Okay. So the first thing that we are going to do here is we are going to use certain variables, that is previous to point out the previous node, then current to point out the current one, and next node. Okay, let's just code it. So previous, let's initialize it to null, and then we have another list node, current. This will point to head. Now, we are supposed to reverse this linked list up until the point that current is not null. Okay, so current has to traverse and reach null, right? Up until that time we have to change the direction. That is how the reverse actually happens in linked list. So while current is not equals to null, we will run this loop. Now our current is 1. Okay, this element which we have, so we are, if you see in the diagram, what is happening is one's next node is 2, but in the output one's next node is null, and 2 is point and two's next node is 1, right? So that is how previous comes into the picture. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to, as we are going to change the direction, okay, as you see things are getting reversed. 2 is supposed to point, two's next node is supposed to point to 1. So we have to save node 2 because node 2 contains the information of the rest of the node. That is how it works in linked list, right? So we need to save node 2 first. So this is the next node, and we are going to save current dot next. So in current dot next we have 2, right? So next we have 2, so that is saved. Now that is done. Now the next thing that we need to do is in current dot next, since we have saved the value, right? In next we have the value of 2, so that is saved. In current dot next, as you know that this is the current node and the next of this current node is pointing to null, okay? So that is how we have to map. And you know in previous we have set null for the same reason. So this has to take previous, okay? So previous was null, so current's next, that is one's next, will point to null. Great. Now, previous has to move forward. So we need to assign a value other than null, right? Because we need to go forward here. So this will become previous. So whatever we had in current, that will go to previous. That is what is happening here. So previous is no longer null. Previous is assigned to 1, right? Because we have already saved this value, and whatever one the current is supposed to have as next, that is null, that is also assigned. Now the next node that we are to deal with is the second node, right? And we have saved it somewhere, we have saved it in next, so this will become our current node. So our current node is our next node. Great, this is all you have to do. Now 2 is our current node, okay, and what we have as current dot next is 3, okay, and in previous the value we had 1, right? So 1 will become current next. So current is 2 and 1 is suppose 1 is the value which we had in previous, so that is becoming current's next, and that is exactly what is happening. 2's next is 1, right? And now we'll have a new previous, that is current. So currently we are having 2, so that will become the new previous, and then whatever we have in next, that will become the new current, right? So that is how it goes. You can just dry run and check. Let's quickly see the answer. So what was happening, or what is happening, is we have created previous just to map all the values. For example, like as we were doing the dry run, 1, our current became our previous, right? So 1 was here, and then in front of that 2 came, and then 3 would be coming, then 4 would be coming, then 5 would be coming, right? So this is basically our previous. This is basically our previous. So this has the head node. This has the answer. This has this particular answer. So that is why we are returning previous. Okay. So let's just run this. Okay. I think it has extra. Okay. Okay. So this was an easy question. I hope you guys understood this. Thank you so much for watching. Let's catch up in the next video.